from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Don't forget, an hour from now, Swifties, we've got your chance for that Taylor getaway.
It's the first keyword of the day of the 4 keywords we give out for your chance to win a trip to the Eras Tour. And thanks to the texters at 37530, I just want to make a correction that I didn't know if the end of the month was the deadline for filing your property tax protest. It is May 15th. Or 30 days after the notice of your appraised value was delivered to you, whichever is later. So that's basically May 15th. So it's May 15. If you want to protest your property taxes, you have until May 15 to do it. Just want to correct that so nobody's thinking, I heard it was May 31st. That's wrong. It's May 15.
Now, it's time for Roula and Ryan's Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, property tax. Parental discretion. I know I've got it on my brain right now. Like, I'm going to have to zip home right now.
Property taxes is...
anything. It's like Ron Burgundy over here.
Okay, go to krve.com.
Like you, Houston.
Go to krve.com so you can be part of Revenge. If you find yourself in this position where somebody messed with you, you got them back. They don't know you got them back yet. And you're going to reveal it all right here on our show. So we've got Olive who reached out to us. Let's find out why. Good morning, Olive.
Good morning.
Hey, Olive. So,
Olive.
why do you need to be on Revenge this morning?
I'm seeking revenge on my neighbor, Mike.
Ooh, on a neighbor. That's always risky.
Yeah, is it an apartment? Is it a home? Is it something easy you can leave?
It's an apartment complex.
Okay. How long has he been your neighbor?
I've lived at the apartment complex for a couple of years. He moved in shortly after me.
Okay, so what's going on with Mike?
Mike is the worst. He has no respect for people's space. Like, he'll park really close to my car. Sometimes he will block my parking spot. And also, like, I know that he dinged my car.
Oh, he door dinged you?
Now,
That's
are we
the
saying
worst.
like vicious ding or like oopsie doopsie?
Oh, my God. Well, I could tell his paint was on my door.
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one.
Then I would be
That was a
confronting
bad
him.
one.
I mean, did you go to him and say, hey, dude, you smashed my car?
Yeah, and I told him that, and I was like, hey, you caused like hundreds of dollars of damage that I'm going to have to pay. Like, you need to pay for it. And he refused. He denied that it was even him that did anything, even though it's his blue paint on my car.
That
Okay.
sucks.
Is it just the door ding or what else is going on with Mike that has just brought you to revenge?
I mean, he's just like the most inconsiderate neighbor you could have. You know, he just leaves his mess everywhere. He'll take his trash out, but then leave it by my door. And then it just smells, and he doesn't want to buy his door. It's just, he's annoying and just completely
God,
rude.
I really do not miss living in apartments. I spent most of my life in an apartment.
I forgot that does happen. Sometimes
Yeah.
people could just leave their garbage outside because there's sometimes pickups.
Or do you have to physically walk it to a dumpster?
We have to walk into a dumpster.
Well, we've got Mike on the line.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't know why he's here, Olive. So let me introduce him into the call. Hi, Mike. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. Thanks for joining us today. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Are we like almost, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
I know it was a weird call. Sorry about that.
On Tuesdays, people, we let them air out their grievances. And we have somebody on the line that you might know. Her name is Olive.
Well, you should know, Olive. Does that ring a bell, Mike?
Yeah, I know who Olive is.
Well, Mike, you dinged my car. There's paint from your truck all over my door. I mean, you're just so inconsiderate.
Okay, first of all, you're a bitch. You brought me on the radio.
No. We don't
Straight
talk to
with
people
it?
that way.
You could do this a million ways. You'd make me waste time out of my day, attack me on the radio. I mean,
Well,
okay,
I've
first
left
of all,
notes on your door. I've even left messages on your
Okay,
phone.
well, first-
Mike, she told us that you smashed her car, that you door dinged it. You know, the proof is there. Your paint is on her car.
you got to prove it. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's true.
Oh, I've sent you videos.
Olive, how about you hit him with the inconsiderate other behavior?
Yeah, what
like
else?
The trash situation. Tell him about that.
You are the most horrible neighbor. You leave your trash outside my door instead of walking it down one flight of stairs to the dumpster. Like, how lazy can you be?
Olive, I really just don't give a shit.
Olive, we're getting nowhere with this guy. Why don't you just lay it on us? What's happened?
I saw this on social media, and I thought it was really funny, and I thought it'd be a great idea because Mike has a landscaping company, and I printed out business cards with his phone number, his business's phone number, and put them all around parking lots in Houston. And on the back of the card, it said, "I'm sorry I dinged your car. Call me and I'll make it right." So you've been getting a lot of calls, haven't you, Mike?
Olive, that was you. I cannot believe that you would do something like that. Like, this is my work. This is how I make a living. You know, like, it's not even my business. I got my phone ringing a million times a day for all this bullshit that I have nothing to do with. I don't even know about. And this is just because you couldn't come to me like a normal human and ask me.
She did come to you.
She did.
She did come to you, and you just told us, oh, prove it.
On the radio.
Oh, my God, Mike, you're so dumb.
Honestly, Olive, I'm not even sure you realize that word ends in a B. Can you spell? I don't think you have the brain capacity to understand how things work in this world.
I also don't think you know what you're saying, and you're trying to improv an excuse, and it's not working. So you need to shut your mouth and pay for the damages you caused to my car.
You're a sociopath.
Okay, but you're going to give her the money, though?
Yeah, you want to give her the
That's fine, but
money
you're
and
gonna
make
give her
this
the money for that?
make this problem go away?
No. If anything, things are only going to get worse because you bring me on the radio, waste my time, attack me in front of an entire city.
You just called me names, and I'm proving that you made damages. You were responsible for the damages on my car. And yeah, I played a prank, but you need to take this seriously.
If anything, Mike, this just puts the attention on you, and she does have video proof that you very much damaged her car with that ding.
Okay, but the thing you people fail to realize is that I don't give a
Yeah, I still have copies of those business cards, so...
Olive, what you should do is go to his boss, since we learned he doesn't own the company.
I will.
Go
I'm
for
going to
it.
tell
My
him
boss
that
is my dad, moron.
It's his dad.
Which is even better, because he'll see how much of a dimwit his son is.
I say just keep sending out those cards. Put them everywhere you can.
And if it's his dad that has the company, then the point of going to his dad would say, if it was the company truck that dinged you, you could just be like, you guys damaged my car.
Yeah, maybe Dad will be more reasonable than the son.
Have your friends call up his business and book appointments, and then when he shows up, no, we don't want you. And then his dad wastes his whole day.
You guys realize you're telling me your plan right in front of me?
Well,
The point is,
you have to take calls. What's your dad going to do? Not take a call and then wonder? He's always going to wonder. So now it's really going to screw with you because you won't know if it's a real future client or not.
but it could all here and now. Oh my God, Eric, stop.
You call me a dummy. You
It
call him a
could all
moron.
end right now, right here, Mike, if you would just acknowledge what Olive is saying. I mean, and even if you don't want to do it on the air with us, you guys need to figure this out. You guys are neighbors. I don't know how long your leases are. It doesn't seem like it's going to get any better. It's only going to get worse, but just try and be adult about it and just end it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the period for adult behavior is past. I think we're way past that. I don't see a good resolution to this because, I'm pretty vindictive. I think I'm just going to have to get you back, Olive.
Uh-oh.
Well, Olive, now you got me on your side.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Well, you
very
got all of
vindictive,
us on
too.
your side.
Oh, you guys are all on my side?
No.
No.
Not on your side, moron.
Let's just get rid of Mike. All right,
Okay,
Mike,
yeah.
we're going to say bye to you
We're
now.
just not going to. We'll turn his line down. Olive,
Bye-bye,
and-
Mike.
Goodbye.
It's
yeah.
his attitude.
There, he's gone.
and his-
Right. It just sounds like.
Can't take your garbage out. First of all, that's lazy as all heck.
That
And
is
especially
very-
when it sits in front of somebody else's door. And I don't know if
That's
you guys
rude.
are like roaming cats around there, but I can only imagine if a critter.
Oh, when
ran
I lived in the
yeah.
apartment complex, there's all sorts of critters that would get
So
into
it's
the
just a matter
garbage.
of time before some cat or some critter gets into the bag.
How much time is left on your lease, Olive?
2 months.
Yeah, I would just get out of there.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you end up doing, Olive, and be careful, okay?
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Eric, you flew off the handle. We had to bleep you. That's the first. I don't think we've ever had to hit the bleep button.
For you.
Maybe twice.
One time for sure. That time you threw a chair.
It's my new medicine.
That was
When did
not
he
good.
throw a chair?
Actually, no. It was Phoenix that threw the chair. It was Eric that came in and berated a poor intern.
No.
You did.
I wasn't
You got
there,
so
and
mad.
I got mad, but I didn't do it to their face. I just went in the other room.
Oh, and then you broke that Jessica Simpson picture when she was dating Tony Rowe and the Cowboys lost.
So that's because of a Cowboys
Right.
playoff.
You were mad about that.
Yeah, he wasn't focused.
Anyway, go to
Focused on her.
krve.com if you'd like to be on revenge because somebody is, has messed with you. You got him back. Now, coming up next, things that were supposed to be the next big thing, and they just vanished. Fail.
Disappeared.
If I had to go right off the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
the laser disc of the late 90s, or was it
Oh, that was way
late
before
90s?
that.
That was 80s.
That was the 80s.
That was definitely
that was
80s.
the precursor
one that looks like
to
a
DVD.
record?
Yeah, it's
that
gold.
was the 80s.
Was it the 80s?
My friend Orliski
Oh,
had
yeah.
because he had Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
everyone
the
had Star Wars.
size-
I think that was the only thing they had because it was probably $200.
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah,
a
the
DVD
laser
that's
disc.
the size of
Of a record. A vinyl record.
There was one called Beta.
Beta,
Betamax.
Betamax.
Small
Betamax,
little
that
VHS
went
tape.
away.
It was
And there's
VHS versus
and
Beta, and then Beta lost.
When I started radio, there was a mini disc. The mini disc was supposed to be the way to record things. It was think of a CD, but it was mini. It was a little player. You had to go out and record people with the mini disc. Yeah, it was a fail.
And that was supposed to be for music and stuff, but it
Yeah.
just didn't.
No.
It just did not take. So what else is on this list of supposed to be the next big thing, and it just vanished? We'll talk to you about it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Ryan
At the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh
Eric
my
is about to pee his
God.
pants.
You gotta say what that is.
You gotta talk
Yeah,
about
we
that,
can. It's
Sam.
not a bad
Get it
word.
right.
You can say
Come
it.
on.
No, it's not a bad
Just for
word.
5
It just
seconds.
embarrasses
Yeah, no, you
me.
got
It
to say
started
it.
with me repeating a text at 37530 that,
I hate
sometimes
you
we
all.
don't hear everything we're saying. And Sam mispronounced a word. I believe the word was professional.
I said professional weird, and Mark texts me and he goes, "Was that live?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "My spot." He goes, "Professional." I was like, "Thank you so much." He goes, "No, sweetie." I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You didn't say professional, right?" And I was like, "Do you say every word correctly, Mark? Are
He
you
does.
perfect?"
And he's
Okay.
like, "But I'm not getting paid for it, girl."
No.
The word was professional, but you said
Professioner?
I don't know what I
Yeah.
said.
I heard
I
that.
text or let us know what you said.
Professional.
professor.
I don't know,
Professor.
I just love that your husband
Do you
thinks
say-
he's critiquing you. She thinks, oh, wow, professional. Thank you
I thought
so
he
much.
said I sounded professional. I was like, "Thank you so much. I tried really hard." And then he's like, "No, you didn't say the word right."
I was like, great. That wasn't a compliment, girl.
I'm gonna cry in the corner
girl.
over here
Better
now.
than having
compliment.
family.
Yeah.
Do that too.
Your number
nobody
one critic.
always says words correctly. Okay.
Well,
All right.
but we're usually not everybody else is broadcasting on a mic, teaching other people how to
Being
talk.
paid to do so.
Okay, so what were some things that were supposed to be the next big thing and they just vanished? Was it crypto stuff? Like Tom Brady was going to be the crypto king.
Oh,
of
yeah.
all
Fake
things.
money.
He was going to be the Zuckerberg of Facebook for crypto.
Bitcoin's still doing it.
And then that guy's in jail, whoever that
I hear
guy
everybody
is
talking
that
about
he got looped up
Bitcoin,
with.
but I mean, most of the people that just brag about Bitcoin, they're not living large. The people I know.
There's a guy I know, he made a boatload of money like early on. I think he was doing probably illegal activities.
Oh.
And
Maybe
also-
it was not just
So
the crypto.
not crypto, just drugs.
But to take that money to put it into to buy that early, and then because you have to put that money somewhere.
So he bought a lot of cocaine with crypto.
No, he bought a plane, private jet,
Wow.
Dang.
made like
Okay.
$100 million.
Now, in the world of everybody jumping onto a fad diet, this is kind of funny because I almost forgot about this until I saw it on the list. Olestra. Does anybody remember Wow chips?
Yes. It made you like have diarrhea.
Ruffles, and I think Lay's, and I definitely remember the Ruffles Wow chips,
But what
and
was
the
the
logo
old-
was WOW Wow.
Olean.
But what was
No,
the thing for it?
Olestra was the
Less calories? It was
fat-free.
It just was not going to make. You can eat all the chips you want, but you don't have the effect of what chips do to you.
And it had like a weird
Olestra.
aftertaste. You
Just
had
half the calories, all fat free.
you had
Yeah.
like a film in your mouth after you ate it.
I
and
never
then
tried
people
it.
would have gastrointestinal problems
Yeah.
after they ate the Wow chips. Maybe that's why they were
You're
losing
like,
weight.
wow, look at the
Wow,
toilet.
look at that. Oh, wow, Ryan.
Oh,
Okay.
geez.
Anybody
Enjoy your
remember
porridge and your oatmeal.
your porridge?
What do you think? Goldilocks is listening?
I never do a porridge. But it sounds funny.
Anybody remember or know? If Phoenix was part of this show still, maybe he would know because he was the low-tech Texan. Microsoft Zune, Zune. I have a hint of a faint memory of that.
Did you have a Zune?
You had a Zune.
Like an
Oh,
MP3
that was a
player?
Yeah, the Zune.
You didn't buy the
I
iPod.
didn't have
You
I
went
didn't
with
have the Zune. Mine was a SanDisk brand.
Oh, Zune was like on Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember, he had one of those.
You had a Zune?
Star
So
Lord.
it's like it's like the iPod equivalent, like for
Yeah,
an
it was-
Android.
It was Microsoft's
Zune.
comeback.
All right.
It was their
That
answer
was
to the
next big
iPod.
thing.
Didn't work.
Let's see. The two-wheeled Segway, the personal transporter.
The only one that used that was
Mall cops?
small cops and people that go on tours.
Yeah, they have those tours downtown in Houston. You can take a Segway tour of downtown Houston.
I've still never done that. I just feel like I look so dumb.
I don't think
We
I've
gotta
ever
do
done
that.
I
That's
think
a-
I'm gonna fall.
as a
I'm gonna hurt my
show.
head.
Do you remember when we first
Yeah, we
started
should
the
do
show?
one.
When we first started the show, we had one in the office. Don't you remember?
There was somebody in the
Because I drove into a
station?
cubicle.
Our
I
buddy
lost
Tim had
control.
one in promotions at our
Really?
old place.
Yeah.
I remember
And you
that.
brought it up here?
No, it wasn't
It was
here.
living in the station. It wasn't at this station. He was living at the radio station.
Yeah.
There was a segue. Yeah.
Zip around the hallways on it.
Now they get the scooters everywhere in towns.
Oh,
The
yeah.
electric scooters. The next big thing that just vanished, 3D televisions and 3D movies.
I bought one. Oh,
When I moved over a little bit over a year ago, in the, of course, you move, you find all the things. In this drawer was the box that came with the TV, the 3D glasses that came with the
Did you have
TV.
to charge 'em?
I don't remember
glasses?
that.
yeah, I did. I had the one. It came with 2 pairs of 3D glasses, and I, like a
Never
dummy,
used
I bought 2 extra. So I had 4 pairs, thinking that the whole family could sit around and watch it. We watched the movie Gravity, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then that was like, well, there's like about 3 other choices of 3D movies that I
was
can
it?
buy.
What
I had
about
to buy it
that-
on DVD.
What about that TV that was curved?
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah.
curve.
The curved TV?
You
That,
could
lot
see
of
it at
people-
pretty much any
that
angle,
didn't really
right?
take off because I think people didn't like that on their wall.
No, you want to mount that.
You want it flat
on
Right.
your wall.
match the wall.
Oh, I thought it was like a visual effect where it wasn't actually.
No,
like,
it was legit
literally
curved.
curved.
It was
Sony.
legit
Yes.
curved.
And it was like, what, $7,000?
They were
or
really
something.
They still sell
expensive.
them.
They have those for computers. I see that.
See if they
People
still-
put like 2 of those curved ones together for gamers and stuff.
How about the
wraparound.
streaming platform Quibi? Quibi.
I had to do commercials for that.
For Quibi?
Yes, it was short movies, right?
Yeah, short form content on Quibi.
Didn't,
Wasn't there a Super Bowl commercial for that?
I think there was.
Some celebrities were like,
it crashed
Quibi.
before COVID, right?
I barely
Didn't
remember.
last very long. All those celebrities were part of it. Remember they gave them all that money, the celebrities, and then they weren't making content.
Oh,
They just took the money.
I do remember.
Oh, I don't know. No,
Yeah.
that's scandal.
Eric, I got your answer here real quick. Samsung has a curved TV they
How much?
sell on Amazon for $3,000.
Still expensive.
If you want a cheap version, a 30-inch, you can get a curved TV at Walmart for $179.99.
And now they have those TVs that are pitched. It can be a frame.
I have that
Yeah.
one. It's amazing.
Yeah, we
I
just
love
got
it.
that one.
I love it.
That's the new one.
I love it.
They'll be
Those
gone
are
in 2
really
years.
pretty looking.
Hey,
It does look like a frame.
I don't care if they're gone 2 years. I love it. I don't think they'll be gone. I think it's nice. Why do you think it'll be gone
Does
in
your
2 years?
everything
electricity
happens.
bill
I don't
go
know
up
why. It's
a
higher
fad.
because it's turned on 24/7?
that's what I was worried
You
about.
can turn it off.
Well, here's
But then
what.
you wouldn't have the picture.
I know,
Well,
but
no,
they black
here's-
screen at
I
night
mean,
if
you're
you
not
want.
fooling anybody. I'm going to walk into your house like, that's really
Kevin's
not-
looks really good. You can't tell.
Kevin's
Just-
Really?
legit.
Like,
Wow, Kevin, you have a Monet in your house.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Radio, you really are a millionaire.
Because Booster made a custom frame for the TV, a wood frame that slid over top of it. And Roula and Sam, in terms of using electricity, it's on a motion sensor. So it is not on all night. It comes
it's
on
not.
conveniently when I come downstairs and walk by the TV. Bloop, on comes the painting that Booster selected
So
for
when
me.
there's nobody in the house, it just shuts itself off.
What's the
It'll
painting?
go to
Got
sleep,
it.
yeah. And
Is
you
it
can
a
pick
painting of
whatever you
you
want.
with
No,
the
it's like birds,
You're
isn't
the
it?
half man, half bull. Or
He's a
whatever.
minotaur.
He has found 2 really cute pictures for me. The first one was an old galleon type of ship that had cannons on it. And then today's was an otter with a little flower in his mouth.
Oh, how cute.
Wait.
He didn't send me that
What's that
picture.
term mean in an
An
otter?
otter? Oh, right. Is he trying to tell me something? I graduated to otter, from twink to otter.
Do you have one of those big bottles with a ship in it? Because you love ships.
Oh, yeah. You ever build a ship in
Yeah,
a
you
bottle?
do love
I
all
thought
things.
that you gave me one. Didn't you give me one for whiskey
You
or something
had it
like
at
that?
your house, I feel like. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Had a ship in it, though?
Was it
bottles of
pre-built?
Exotic.
I think so. I surely didn't build it. But I think Booster put it up on, the
Let's see,
frame
Sam.
up on his Instagram. Is that on Instagram?
That's
Is
a
that
picture
he's
he
just
sent
to
me.
you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's on Sam's text if you want to see it.
I thought you posted it on your story,
832.
though.
I'll post it.
If you buy the Samsung
It's really pretty.
Samsung
Let me know if you
frame
need me
TV,
to text you this pic.
the 2 times a year that I learned was the cheapest to buy TVs is Black Friday, Thanksgiving weekend, and Super Bowl weekend. We got ours on Super Bowl weekend, and it was like, I don't know, $500 discounted or something like that. And the frame that it comes with is a black frame. If you don't want a black frame, I bought one from Amazon that's like a teak kind of looking color. And it wasn't that expensive at all. And you can just pop it right on. It pops them right on and right off.
Holy
the fact
crap,
that Booster
they're
is able
expensive.
I know, that's why.
make one.
Right.
I'm looking at it
Yeah.
right now at Walmart. 75-inch framed TV, $3,000.
Oh, I
This is
didn't
the one
get
I
one that
had.
big.
And like, didn't work.
No.
They have an 85-inch for
You have to read the
3,800.
reviews.
6 months.
Please
What do
read
you
the
mean it
reviews
didn't
before
work?
you buy it.
The back of it, something happened, and we tried to take it
Oh,
off.
the
fix
TV
it.
didn't work, not the frame.
Yeah,
Holy
whole
cow,
thing.
y'all. They have a frame TV at Best Buy. It's $28,000.
what the hell?
Well, it's as big as your house, probably then. Because
$28,000.
read the details.
Yeah,
You
what's
can't
the
just throw
size?
that
Let me
out there,
click
Ryan
on
James.
it.
You're reading
Let me click
clickbait
on it.
again.
Better be at least
What's the
120
detail of the
inches.
$28,000
How
television?
big is it? Oh, 97 inches.
But why is
still
that
want bigger for
97 from 75
$28,000?
going up 28,000?
I don't know.
You
Look,
just said
here-
3,000 for 75
Here it
inches.
is. Look, $27,999.
That's an LG. That's not Samsung. It's signature 97-inch class M3 series OLED, the OLED, EVO 4K UHD smart web OS TV with wireless connectivity. So it's got lots
You
of
better
bells
have
and
an air
whistles.
fryer connected in it.
Yeah, no
Exactly.
kidding.
That's weird.
It's got a
I mean,
recliner,
you're
comes
going
with
to ever
two and a
buy
whole
a TV
house
that
full of
costs
furniture.
as much as a car.
Yeah, that's more than cars. That's stupid.
That's ridiculous.
I think that's just.
If someone went to someone's house, they had that, I'd be like, "You're
You're a
dumb."
dummy. Actually, you know how long they've
she's
had
not
these
gonna be
kinds of
rich for
TVs?
long.
No.
As we tangent out as we do on the Roula and Ryan show. We're talking about things that were supposed to be the next big thing that just vanished. Eric made a mention that the frame TV that Kevin and I have is going to be gone in 2 years or something else. There was a movie, y'all, in the early 2000s with Ryan Phillippe called Antitrust with Tim
Robbins.
Robbins. Anybody see that movie besides me?
Yep, and it was,
It was
Rachel Cook, Rachel Lee Cook.
Any good?
It was
Yeah.
it was amazing because it's about the sinister reality of the race
like
to
if-
be the first in
If he
technology.
was Bill Gates type, it's supposed to be the guy's supposed to be like Bill Gates.
He's
type.
like the Bill Gates. And what he would do is he would find these young, bright minds from these MIT schools and stuff like that, and he would offer them jobs. And if they said no, they'd be murdered. But you didn't know they were
He
being
would
murdered.
kill the
You didn't know they were
competition.
being murdered. All of a sudden, they just disappeared because they had the brains that he wanted for his technology. And if they said no to him, so
Competition.
Ryan Phillippe was unraveling this entire thing. It's just so good. Ahmad, especially, I feel like you're really. I think you'd like the show.
Yeah,
But-
it's definitely my vibe.
The reason I bring it up is because back then, this is like I think 2000, 2001, he had the technology in his house, the Tim Robbins character, or Tim Robbins character, yeah. That every time he walked into a room, the TV screens would change to the art that you like.
Yep.
So that's how he knew that Ryan Phillippe had walked into one of the rooms because
The
the
thing
art
changed.
gave him
Oh.
away. And he was like, when it's kind of like in those edge of your seat thrillers where you're trying to get away
He's
from
trying
the
to
bad
hide
guy and
because
he's trying to hide.
He's on the computer, like trying to. I have to download this. I have to download this. Oh crap! It's
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
Yes.
And,
And
the
so that's how
hourglass is
Tim
moving so
Robbins
slowly,
knew.
the digital hourglass.
And that's how Tim Robbins knew that he
What
was
was it
in the
called?
house. It was called Antitrust.
Antitrust. Yeah.
It was really good. I feel like it should have gone further than it did.
I mean,
it
it's
was
plausible.
Very good.
Look at all the whistleblowers who have been dying.
Yeah.
There's certain airlines that's being investigated right now, and so many of the people that are trying to spill the beans just coincidentally died.
Yeah, because you're talking about billions and billions.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Other things that were supposed to be the next big thing, but they just vanished. They say NFTs, but I thought they're still around.
And yeah, they blew up for a while, but now you don't hear them about it at all.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago, remember everyone? Oh, even radio. Some radio shows were doing NFTs. I'm like, what? Why?
Non-fungible token.
How about Google Plus? I thought that's still around, but it's supposed to be
Were they
like
trying to, was that like
Facebook, but
Yeah.
it's not.
I don't think
so.
that's still around.
You think it should have worked, but
Yeah.
problem is
Yeah.
Facebook's already ingrained in people that use it. Why would they want to change it? What's the
No,
one that,
it doesn't.
What's
Google
the
Plus,
one? Threads. What about
shut
Threads?
down.
Last year when I was on vacation, Threads
Threads.
came out. I remember I
Yeah.
did one thing. I'm like, this is stupid.
Now I want to separate and I can't. I'm
Because-
stuck with it and I get these dumb notifications from Threads
I
on my
like
Instagram.
I don't need Threads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
understand
just-
why they did it.
It's
Trying to-
basically Twitter.
they're trying to take away from Twitter. It makes sense, but. And what about water bras? Did we find out? Are they still around?
They're not around. Sam, have you seen a water bra being sold anywhere recently?
I
Is
don't
there a-
shop for bras.
is
Maybe
there a
on
replacement?
Amazon. Let me go to my Amazon,
Water
Eric, and I'll answer for
bra.
you if that even exists.
Yeah, they still have them.
The point
Water
of the
bras.
water bra was to enhance your bosom
Yeah.
without. It's like a real feeling, like a waterbed for your boobs.
Oh, there's a whole section on Amazon. They sell for about anywhere from $18 to $28.
Water bread.
There's one for $39.
Water bra for women push-up.
Water bread.
Water bread.
That's soggy.
It's all worse than what bread.
It's not a brand that we recognize. It's all Amazon brands.
Like
it's nothing
Victoria's
you would
Secret's known for the
recognize.
bombshell, which I think is the upgraded water bra, the bombshell,
Brawl?
because it has
Brawl?
bra. I'm
gonna get into a
I'm just
brawl?
not going to talk
What's your
anymore.
problem,
today.
brawl?
Never mind.
Brawl.
Hey, brawl.
Bro. It's like when British people add R's to the ends of things that end with an A. Like
Yeah.
ruler.
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 Or
Water
schedule.
bra. Water bra. Well, schedule isn't an R.
No, but they pronounce things differently is all I'm saying. I understand that's not an R. Lola.
That's not a good example.
I don't know. You can add to the list at
That made me laugh.
37530 if you feel like it. Coming up next, the deep fake of the Met Gala. Katy Perry's mother was duped. And I don't mean duplicated. I mean, she was
Oh
duped.
my God. That's a new movie.
It's duped. We'll talk about that next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Time for your daily scoop. Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
One of the most confusing yet most posted social events of the year for celebrities, besides the Academy Awards, is known as the Met Gala. It benefits the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, and it's all about the walk into the gala.
Well, they have a theme, don't they, every year
Every
where they
single
wear
theme, it's a different
strange costumes.
It's a different theme. Like one year it was real campy, like get as campy as possible. One year it's I don't remember the actual title, but it was like church related. Like Katy Perry was a giant angel. Somebody come with that giant Pope's.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Headwear. This one was. Why do I keep forgetting the name of
theme?
it? It's the something in the garden. Where the hell is that?
One
damn
woman
thing?
looks like she's in Star Trek.
I kept it up so I could look at it.
Lizzo wore that.
The Garden of Time.
The Garden of Time.
The Guardian of Time.
The Garden.
No,
not
Garden.
Garden of Time.
Garden of Time. But Katy Perry was not there, and neither was Rihanna. However, AI had posted pictures of them on what looked like the very real steps going up into this event in a very real-looking outfit that they would pull off. Katy Perry shared on her social media a screenshot text between her and her mom. Her mom saying, "Oh my gosh, you look so gorgeous. You're like a floating Rose Bowl parade float." And then she's like, "Mom, I'm not even there."
That's scary.
This is what's so scary about AI.
There was another picture of her not in that gown that her mom saw. It almost looks kind of like Game of Thronesy kind of vibe, where she had like a corset that had like a key in the middle, and then like the skirty kind of area of it was green with floral on it. And she just looks real like hot and smoldery. That's not her either.
It's only going to get worse.
I think about it like, and this is going to really factor into like when there are elections, all the fake stuff that's out there on both sides, like all the AI. It's getting so sophisticated you cannot tell the difference.
Or just anything for crimes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
100%.
About somebody could put you, make you look like a murderer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Scary.
AI also generated an image of Rihanna that had millions of views on social media. The Katy Perry got 5 million plus views. This red carpet picture of Rihanna, who was not there, shows her in this giant gown that had faux birds and a huge circular arm piece where it looks like she's walking around in a giant dome. That she wasn't there. That wasn't her. But if you just skimmed your socials,
you just had 5 million likes. People are addicted to getting likes.
Yeah, or just interactions.
That's the worst thing they ever did
that.
was put a like button on something.
Where you can see how many likes something gets.
Because that's how people think that's their worth.
And now on Instagram, on your posts, when you post something, they have a little option that says View Insights, and you can see all the different factors.
You know, it starts as young as elementary school. Even if your child is not on social media, within the elementary school, they have their whatever programming. And my son is in 3rd grade. And on Wednesday last week, he said, "Mommy, look at what I did at school today, and look how many likes it has." And the likes come from the school, like, you know, the kids that can see it. And it was like the silliest of thing. It was almost like a boomerang. You know, a boomerang?
Yep.
So it was like a boomerang within his class, and it had like a certain amount of likes. And he was like, "Look how many likes this has." And the fact that my 3rd grade son, who has zero access to social media, that's the social media within the school. That's what they do, like on their downtime, or I don't know, whatever they're doing in class. So yes, the like is something. And again, what was that? God, Kevin's not in here right now, but there was a show on Netflix years ago that I think is worth digging up to find. It's called The Social Mistake. What was that show called about?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
social
about.
Experiment? Or no, social distance?
No, I think it was the social experiment.
Was it social?
No, hold on. Let me look
I
it
think
up.
it was the social experiment.
It was the one that, oh my God.
It was all the people who created Instagram, Twitter, and all that.
People that used to work there. They
that
told
used to work
behind
there.
the scenes. Like 2 years ago, it came out.
Yes, and they had the social mistake, the social.
I think it
gotta
was
look
experiment. Hang on.
And they said what we wanted to create is not at all what it turned out to, and it's something we can't get back now. It's like they released them. Social dilemma. The social dilemma. Look up the social dilemma, because as these creators are talking about the platforms they created thinking they were going to unite the world and what it actually turned into, they're showing this one, you know, as one of them is talking, they're showing like a setup scene with actors where the mom is getting ready for dinner. And, you know, as your house is probably hustling and bustling, I call it crunch time. It's after school, dinner time, crunch time, homework time, whatever. And the daughter, who looks up to be about 13 or 14, is on the couch, and she's looking at her phone of all the FOMO moments, fear of missing out moments, or things that her friends are talking about that she's not part of. And her mom is just innocently trying to get the table ready or trying to get something ready, and she calls them dinner and she just doesn't want to eat. Like she's like, I don't want to eat anything. Because she's like, is totally unresponsive because she's so zoned in on what is happening on the phone without her. And it just shows the tear down, the mental tear down internally that she's going through and nobody in the room even knows.
It's not a better world.
I mean, there are some parts of it that I think is so amazing. Because let me tell you something. I have family all over this world that we never see. And when I say never, I mean never. Do you know that my cousins in Australia, nobody in my family besides me and my mom have ever been to Australia to visit them. 2 of them have come here. The rest of them have not. But we are connected in social media. We see each other's birthdays, each other's celebrations because of them. Mm-hmm. You know, so at least we know it happened.
Look,
and at least we see them growing.
You abuse anything.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's not good for you.
Right. Social dilemma.
Social media. Working out even. I got so many friends that did the CrossFit stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. How you know somebody does CrossFit? Because they're going to tell you.
They'll tell you.
They get injured so much, they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, you do kind of get like a burnout mode, right? But have we burned out on social media?
I'm waiting for that
something.
pickleball burnout in about 2 years.
Man.
I want to play it. I want to get a team together.
I've been invited to play.
It's fun. My kids will play it in the backyard. We don't have a court or anything, but they just bought the paddles and the ball, and it's easier to play than like baseball's going to smash your window.
It's like
tennis,
a wiffle ball,
same.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really light ball.
A little bit harder,
and it's
though,
just
right?
fun. It's just fun. They liked it. And they enjoy it, but they haven't done anything like, you know, I took them to camp one time, like a day camp for the spring break area this week, and they did like a little pickleball / tennis tutorial, and my son was like, pickleball's so fun, Mommy. I think he likes saying pickleball because it's a funny word.
It's a fun name.
Pickleball. Are there pickles? Yeah, you drink pickle juice on the side.
Hey, time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so we all remember the Lakewood shooting a couple months back. There is a huge...
Eric was right there. He was reporting live from his building, watching it.
I did the best reporting out of the whole city.
There is a big story on Cron.com, and it's an exclusive report on the Lakewood shooter. This woman had dozens of run-ins with the police before she opened fire at Lakewood Church back on February 11th. Her family members and neighbors warned police. They warned child welfare workers and court officials that she was stockpiling weapons and she was dangerous to herself. Her medically fragile son and to her community is what they're saying. She was the subject of nearly 50 calls to police in the years leading up to the shooting. She was recorded on 911 lines where she threatened a neighbor with a gun and told police officers that she wanted to shoot her husband. The whole thing, they have different versions of the story that you can access. One actually has the audio of the shooting, and then they have one that's, you know, toned down if you don't want to see or hear the actual violence. But if you're interested about that, it's on Cron.com. There's a new report that came out about how much you would need to make to be considered middle class if you live in the Woodlands or Sugarland. Take a guess. How much you think you'd have to make just to be middle class if you live?
Only for those 2 neighborhoods?
Yeah, for those neighborhoods.
$89,000.
I'm going to go 92.
You're both underbidding. You need to make nearly 6 figures to be considered middle class in the Woodlands or
Well,
Sugarland.
nearly is 92. So what's the number? You said nearly 6 figures. Isn't that
nearly 6
92,000?
Yeah, we're
figures.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Is this a story, Kevin? Please. Is this a story where he doesn't have the answer for us?
I want an answer.
You want an answer.
Another
Where's your sound effects,
And
Kevin?
this one's also on Cron.com. I mean, it's a massively long story.
You throw it to Cron.com like it's their fault you don't have the answer.
Are you getting paid by them?
You just
No,
clicked
I
it
just-
and
I
didn't
just
pay to
find
get the
more
full story.
stories about
So you're
Houston
just
in
telling
there.
us to go there, so then we click it, and then we have to pay for it to get the answer.
I don't have the money to pay for Cron.
Just give me the answer.
That's just a headline.
Let's see. You'll need to earn nearly
It's not-
6-figure salary. In the Woodlands in Montgomery County, they have the 10th highest middle income range in the country.
Now you sound like a politician. You're just saying the same thing.
Yeah.
In Sugarland,
Nearly 6 figures. I
13th
said
in the
92.
nation.
Almost.
I think Roula's correct. It is like really close
In the
to
90s,
92.
All I know is that's a lot of money for
Just to be
Woodlands
considered
there.
middle class.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it's Try Tuesday time, y'all. What are we going to try? It has to do with potatoes. Are we going to fry them in the studio? No, that's frowned upon in this building.
I have this item.
What is that?
These are
It looks so nice. Can I touch it?
It looks like a glove with warts.
these gloves are so
Has a skin
I bought them
condition
for
on the
$8,
glove.
like miracle gloves for fruit and for potatoes. It's supposed to be able to peel a potato in less than a minute.
With just the
rubbing
glove?
it by just
Should the potato be wet
Yeah, so
or
we're
just
supposed to
a
get the
dry
potato-
potato from the produce
Maybe you can
department?
do one of each.
Yeah.
See which one comes
I
off
got some
faster.
water we can put in a
Yeah.
bowl and soak
Okay.
a potato. Is that how you do it? Soak it.
soak a potato?
now it sounds like
Once
it's going
you-
to take a lot of time.
I mean, like I
effort
feel like we should have a race. Give me an old school potato peeler versus your glove.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think this. It feels really rough. Let's see if it can peel.
Okay.
I'm going to
$8.
wear those gloves while I use an old school potato
can
peeler.
rub
so I
my
don't
foot,
act
see
like
if you get
potato
the
peel my
calluses
own
off.
hand.
I'll give Rhino a foot massage with it. That makes
Things that we're using not for potatoes.
See if this is a ripoff or not. Like
All
I've
right.
seen on TV.
The
But Amazon.
potato peeling gloves. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.